And we begin with the RBS Borders Regional Bowl final at Netherdale, and the weather put pay to any champagne rugby as Galloway and Hawick Quinn slogged it out in a scrappy, low-scoring game. But the thing about Cup rugby is that it doesn't matter how many points you score, it's all about winning. And in the end, it was Quinns who won 6-3 with a Liam Lawrence drop goal and penalty to a Michael Dodds penalty for YM. The game was marred by a bad leg injury for Gavin Dalgleish, the Galloway centre, which stopped the game for 10 minutes. After the match, I spoke with player-coach of Hawick Harlequins, Ricky Kiori.
We basically planned on keeping them deep, keeping them pinned in their 22 and basically looking at our defence to hold them, which tremendous. I think the boys stuck in today. The last 3 or 4 weeks we've started to hit our straps and the boys are starting to link up better, backs and forwards, and we're starting to get some good results, so let's just hope we can keep it going.
Galloway captain Michael Dodds.
The boys, to be fair to them, stuck in it. It was never going to be a day for open rugby. Tried to make a game out of it, but pretty scrappy game, to be honest. There was a lot of handling errors, but like I said, we tried to make a game out of it and gutted to come away having lost by only 3 points in conditions like this.
Not much scoring in the other two big local games either. Gala kept their unbeaten away record intact with an 11-3 win at Philippock against Selkirk in the RBS Cup. A last-minute Lee Miller penalty denying Selkirk a losing bonus point. Only one try in the game. That was for Gala scrum half George Graham. Here's his dad and coach, George Graham Sr.
I thought our defence was fantastic. I thought, they dug in, they made some big hits. In the first 5-10 minutes we found their feet. Harkey got through a couple of times, but, we managed to chop them down after that. But, after the first 10 minutes, I thought, we controlled what they're doing. Yeah, they put us under pressure. We gave a lot of penalties and they put us into areas that we didn't want to be in. But I thought we still defended very well.
Selkirk boss, Ewan Robbie.
To be fair, I thought it was our finishing that rather than Gala's defence that stopped us scoring. But we'll have a look at the things, but I'm pleased with the way we defended. We were stuck in against the bigger part. They're a very good part, quite physical team. So overall, quite chuffed with how we got on, but I'm disappointed we didn't take our chances. We'll have to have a look at that.
At the Green Yards, it was an RBS Cup and Border League Pool A game between Melrose and Kelso. And after heroics in the last two games against Gala and Hawick, Kelso got stuck in from the off and led 7-3 at the break thanks to an Andrew Tate try. But 5 pointers from Jamie Murray and Peter Tamba got Melrose home 17-7. Here's their player coach, John DL.
We knew Kelso had been going very well, and certainly we weren't underestimating them. We knew that beating Hawick last week and running Gala very close, that we were going to, find it difficult. So we came out here, but with a way that we were looking to play, and we looked to try and go not too confrontational and try and find the space out the back. It's not always easy to try to do that in these conditions, but we turned around at half-time 7-3 down, which was fine with such a strong wind, and we didn't then put that to our advantage in the second half till late on.
Kelso head coach Eugene Murnane.
The second half, probably for the last half an hour of the game, I suppose, to be fair, Melrose probably dominated the game with territory and the amount of possession they had. But having said that, then I thought in the second half we made a couple of wrong options when we probably got into their half, into good position, where we took wrong options, dropped passes, and they booted them through, which it's all about this weather, playing the conditions, and they got territory again and then capitalised on a couple of our mistakes. For us, look, it's about eliminating those mistakes and then, and hopefully then clinging on for victories.
In the National League, Hawick YM won again, defeating Livingston on the road 24-5. The game between Langham and Ellen was postponed. Other results in the East League, Division 1, Berwick 27, Lismore 13, North Berwick 0, Duns 36, Ross High 24, Hawick Lundin 33. In East League 2, Pennycook 5, Earlston 20. And the match in East League 3 between St Boswell's and Queensferry was postponed. Don't forget you can get all the latest news, the stats, the results, the audio and the video at bordersrugby.net. Available free online 24 hours a day.